Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat. Oh, I have a Luna hair. I was like, what is that on my face? It was a Luna hair on my laptop. To chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live. We are over on TikTok, so shout out TikTok. Thank you so much. Please make sure to tap the screen. Let everyone know we're here. If you're over on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button before you get on. Shout out Clara, the first one to comment today. Michael Riley, Randy, Kimberly J, Smilene, Lucy, Lisa in Kentucky. How the heck are you? Oh my gosh. Wait, that's not what I wanted to keep up. That's what I want to keep up. Also, don't forget, if you ever want to come on and join me live with a comment or a question, mainly towards the end of the show, you can scroll that thing, copy and paste that StreamYard link. It's also the first comment. I keep it starred, so it should be there. I do have my orthopedic shoe off, so my foot is feeling very comfy. She has been my girl the last, is this almost, I think it's 5.5 weeks. I can't even, May 16th, whenever that was. Oh, almost exactly a month. Yesterday, May 16th was my surgery. So, hey, Jackie, you made it to a live. How are you? Okay, let's get started. First of all, to my royal chumpettes, I'm so sorry. Literally lost track of time yesterday. Totally forgot. Didn't set a reminder. I normally do an Ask Me Anything on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. Since it was Father's Day, I moved that to Monday, which is what I usually do if it's a, holiday or things like that. Completely forgot about it. Got totally invested in these 2 lame ass 90-day fiancés, 4 freaking hours of my time, minus all the fast forwarding that I do, all the weddings. The tell all is next week. And like late at night, I was up watching TV. I was in the living room and a chumpette DMs me, and it was real. She was like, hey, I'm just making sure like you're okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm watching 90 Day Fiance, like I'm good. I was just like, oh God, is someone saying something about me on Reddit? Like, what's going on? Like, there's crazy, whatever's. And I read the next DM, and then I go to the Royal Chumpette chat. And it's like, well, maybe she meant 7 Eastern, maybe she meant 7 Central. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, oh, I was supposed to go Instagram Live tonight for my Ask Me Anything. I'm like, didn't even look at my phone, didn't look at the chat. I was busy watching 90 Day Fiance, watching Sarper and Shekinah get married in that stupid ass bed, watching Aaliyah come down almost 2 hours late for her wedding when her future mother-in-law had just fallen at 80 freaking 2 years old. I did like Juan and what's her face's wedding. What other ones? There were so many weddings. Anyway, so my apologies, completely messed up on that. So very sorry about that. Anyways, wait, what? Michael Riley says Stu saw Scott at the gym. He congratulated him, both of them. He is certainly loving the karma. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Christina says, you'll never be able from a royal chumpette. You'll never be able. I don't know what that means. I appreciated the concern, but I was so confused. And then I was like, oh my God, they're literally in the royal chumpette chat going, where's Sarah? Why isn't she Instagram Live? And I'm like, oh my God. I always make myself a reminder and completely did not do that. I was at the gym. I was watching a Flipping Out episode. The one with the paint cans where Andrew Coleman and they hire that little person to do the little Jeff Lewis color paint cans. And Jeff actually talked about that today a little bit. So it's kind of interesting. Oh gosh, Kimberly says, I'm happy that I'm home from a 2-day hospital stay. I have bacterial pneumonia. I'm on bed rest and listening. Miss you all. Oh my gosh, Kimberly. So glad you're okay. And prayers for a very quick, full recovery. Oh my gosh, for sure. We are definitely going to chat 90 Day Fiance. I want to hear your thoughts. How did Shekinah never go up and see this super outdated 1982 hotel room that she booked to have her wedding. Also, if she had her cousin who was a wedding planner, how did that lady not go and vet? Like if it says cousin, great. But if it says cousin, Shekinah's cousin and wedding planner, I'm assuming she's helping with all the nonsense of having a bedding. Yes, that's what Shekinah and Sarpa were calling it, was a bedding, where they were going to be in like sexy wedding attire. And then they had chandeliers that looked like, again, they were from 1982. Not a good 82 chandelier. You know what I mean? The window lighting was, I'm like, that's the best you could come up for. You act like y'all hoity-toity and snotty, and that's the best bedding hotel suite that you could come up for your wedding. Anyways, nobody at the wedding, no friends, no daughter, just an officiant. I'm like, are we trying to save money? Are you just trying to be unique? Are you just trying to be talked about? Like, literally, everyone else had a more traditional wedding. I mean, Greg's wedding, there were so many weddings. Obviously, I watched 2 episodes, so it was 4 hours without all the commercials that I was fast forwarding. Juan and them's wedding, Stevie's wedding, Mark's wedding. I mean, every wedding was pretty traditional except for theirs. It was, yes, looked like a Chippendale outfit, Smilene says, for darn sure. I'll bet. Cindy says I'm number 30 hitting the like button. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate it. Yes, Kimberly, tell us what your symptoms were. Like, how do you get bacterial pneumonia? I don't even know that I knew that it was a thing. Oh my, do you get it? In other words, like some people fall and then they get pneumonia from not walking, I guess. I don't know how you get pneumonia. I just know a lot of people get it after a fall or a sickness, and then they actually pass from the pneumonia, but it was sort of a preliminary thing from something else. That makes sense? Anyways, I'm excited to see the tell-alls. It does look like there's going to be some drama. I hope it's not 4 or 5 tell-alls. I don't need that dang many. There's not that much going on. Trust me. 90 Day Fiance needs to roll it in. They need to roll it back. They've got so many spinoffs, so many, made for love or whatever they're calling it, pillow talk before the 90 days, the 30-minute I'm just like, oh my God, like slow your roll, people. Like seriously. Oh my gosh. Raquel's already talking about Brittany's show today. Raquel says, I can't believe Jeff is really opening to fans like Brittany and letting her in his inner circle. I wonder how you know what? Was Brittany on with Reza? Is that how we think maybe Brittany Haynes got invited to Jeff Lewis Live the first time? Even though Reza was like one of the first off, or maybe the first off kicked off of Traders, right? Of Traders Part 3. I don't remember. I mean, Cecile says we need a 90-day fiance intervention. It's just crazy. Louise says, is Sarah coming on today? Sarah in London? I don't know. Or me, because I'm like, I am on. Phil, me, and Brittany who, Cecile says? Yeah. Okay. Speaking of sort of annoying, Love Hotel. Earl the Pearl and James from TikTok are on TikTok. Earl's name is Earl the Pearl. James's TikTok, yeah, the one that Luann claims she's in love with, and he definitely claims he's in love with her. It is literally like, it's James, his name, and then I guess he wrote a book or something that he's trying to talk about. Let me go find it how I can. James Love Hotel, then it brings it up on TikTok. Here's his TikTok. It's his name, James McQuinn or M. Quinne, whatever his name is. His at name though is Reality TV Life Lover. I'm like, great. If you love reality TV and you had a fan account like this before, then great. But that just proves to me that you knew exactly what you were doing. You probably knew exactly who Luann was. You knew who all of those people were. And now I saw he mostly posts, I don't really know what he mostly posts on TikTok, but one of the things was super weird. Earl the Pearl's name is Earl the Pearl. He posted a picture of himself that had some music in the background. And then it was something like, when your friend hosts a party for Love Hotel because you're leaving the hotel or something. It was so ick. Like, I just have the ick. I started a comment about it on the Sarah from Texas Facebook group because I just can't. And then I saw a thing that Luann is going, I think, Instagram live with James tonight sometime. And I'm like, are y'all in love? Are you helping him promote his stuff, his social media? Is he trying to be an influencer? Is he rich? Does he have a PP? Does he not? We know you claim he has a PP, but does he have the private plane that he's told you that he has? Because the video that he posted of this very minimal, very basic, very small, I'm looking at my pool. I would say it looks like a lap pool without the lap pool. Like it looks like it looks like it's 12 feet length. Like you wouldn't even be able to go and then turn around. You wouldn't even be able to swim any. It didn't make sense. If he lives in Maui, I think everybody would have a very nice pool. It didn't look old. It looked somewhat new, but like the side of it didn't look like brick or concrete or whatever the latest and greatest thing is. It looked like hard plastic. Like, am I wrong? Did y'all see this video? Let me see if I can pull up this video. And of course, he's talking about her, which I think is so gross. Who is Michael Armstrong? I just saw a really sad TikTok. They lost their 37-week baby. Anyways, that's awful. James Love Hotel. Let me see if I can find. Okay, here it is. Life hack number 3.
Don't let a day go by without having a good time. Make sure you have fun every single day of your life because it's the only life you got. Life hack number 3.
Does anyone see the pool? Like, I can't.
Stealing a glass heart.
Oh. And it says that girl was Luann. Like, ew, anyone else have the creep? Reality TV life lover. Have fun oh, cringe. Oh my gosh. Yes. Kimberly J says, you get the ick from James. He gives me cocaine vibes. Oh my gosh. He is always super red. I thought that was an alcohol thing though, when people are super red all the time. I don't know. Okay, Kimberly's letting us know. She got a high fever and a visit to the ER. Chest x-ray confirmed. Feeling much better. Thank you. Okay. What does it say? Raquel says, what did Crystal whisper on Jeff Lewis Live today when they asked her when she would have an influencer trip? And they were like, don't talk about it until it happens. What was that? She was talking about some big thing is coming in the next quarter or something like that. So they were like, I think because Jeff is always like, not karma, whatever the word, like don't put it out there if it's not already happened yet. Like don't ruin things. I think that's kind of what I got from it, but I don't really know. K Kitty nailed it. James is such a douche. Yeah, it looked like a small lap pool. I don't know. No. Dolly Girl says, if your pool is working fine, do you have to update it? No. But if he talks about having a PP, a private plane, that doesn't go hand in hand with having this pool that looks like it's brand new. It does look new, but it looks very simple and basic, like not like somebody that has a private plane. Because if somebody has let's put it this way, it's not even the money. People can have money and not own a private plane. If you own a private plane, that probably means not even that you travel a lot. It probably means you're really about appearances, you're about impressing people. Like a private plane isn't necessarily an investment. I don't think you necessarily make money off of a private plane. I know I'm speaking out of my arse here, but I say this, if you own a private plane, that in my brain doesn't go hand in hand with somebody that would have a basic swimming pool in Maui. Does that make sense? I mean, she called it a PP on Love Hotel, and she meant private plane. But she's also talked about his pee downstairs multiple times. And I'm like, I don't really need to hear that, Luann, like from some 60-year-olds banging it out. Like, I just, uh, yeah, I mean, he says he does. So I don't know. But she calls it a pee. They called it a pee. And he says private plane. Anyways, um, yes. I think a private plane is different than a private jet. I think it's a little more low price anyways. Thank you, Robin. Oh my gosh, y'all are almost up to 7,500 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. I really appreciate it. My wrinkles are really bad. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yes, a PJ is different, I think. Champagne lifestyle, lemonade money, Mabu says. That's hilarious. Cecile says Kim Kardashian has a private jet. Yes. Anyways, very interesting. Okay, they're just giving me the ick. I'm just letting y'all know. Speaking of the ick, on Andy Cohen Live today, which was super fun. I love Andy Cohen Live. He said that Jax Taylor is going to be on Watch What Happens Live tonight. So don't forget, tonight is the Valley at 7 Central. Next Gen New York City is on the hour afterwards. I'll be watching both of them. I don't know which one I'll talk. Well, I'll watch one of them. I don't know which one I'll be talking about tomorrow, but I'll talk about one of them tomorrow and one of them another day. But Watch What Happens Live. Even Andy Cohen said something about, I think he said Jax and Tom Schwartz are going to be on together. And I'm like, what is Tom Schwartz? Did y'all hear it? Is that what they said, or am I wrong? Yes, Jax Taylor and Tom Schwartz, I thought he said. And I'm like, why would Tom Schwartz be coming on Watch What Happens Live? Like, he's not on Bravo. He made a slight appearance on the Valley. Like, I don't understand. Is it almost the finale for the Valley? Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Are you tapping Lisa? Oh, Lisa, are you over on TikTok? No, I think Robin's tapping like in the live. Thank you so much. So is other people. So appreciate that. Yeah. Kimberly J says Jax Taylor, they're still giving him airtime. God, he's dark. I mean, I think a lot of them could be dark, having dark lives that we just don't even know about, right? What is Louise saying? Does she not see me? She says, I hope Sarah is okay. She didn't say on Instagram not coming on today. But you see me right here on YouTube, right? I don't go on live on Instagram every day. I only do YouTube and TikTok. I know, I'm so confused. Which Sarah? Anyways, thank you, Krista. I hit the like. Thank you for the reminder, y'all. The way I see it said, oh, Tom Schwartz might be joining the Valley next season with Tom Sandoval. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Jackie says, I haven't watched last week's The Valley. When I saw Lala was in an episode, I was disgusted. She's not on it a lot, but she is on it talking about her ex and Brittany's ex and how they're similar and all that kind of stuff. So it is. So what happened? Krista says, I had to hunt you like a bloodhound today. Well, I always put the link to YouTube on my Instagram story. So you can always press that and come straight here. And then you should be able to go straight. I mean, I don't know. You should be able to go straight to my YouTube channel and click join live or whatever it says. I don't know. That's making me so worried. Like, are they hiding my YouTube channel or something weird? What is Schwartz's jobs? Do they still have 5% say? No, I feel like Lisa Vanderpump bought them out, and then Schwartz and Sandy's closed. So what would Schwartz's job be now? Like, how are they affording whatever the rent in LA must cost? Oh, Krista says it's not you. I have all alerts on. It was just YouTube is being weird. Yeah, thank you, Michael Riley. If you have a private plane, you certainly don't have a pool that looks like James's. Okay, I agree. And I don't mean to be judgy because I ain't got no private plane. Even if I had the money for a private plane, I would probably never spend it unless someone could convince me that in 5, 10 years, that private plane would double in value. Instead, I would just put that money towards real estate for sure. Anyways. Oh my goodness. Okay. There it'll be interesting. I will definitely be watching Jax Taylor because I definitely want to see how he comes off. I want to see what Schwartz says. Obviously, I always remember that Tom Schwartz is going to protect his friends at all costs. We literally remember, I forget the date, but it was days or a weeks after when Scandival came out, and he literally lied on Watch What Happens Live. Like, I didn't know anything. And now, of course, he's finally admitted he kind of knew a lot of it during the whole time, and he was protecting Tom Sandoval. Yeah, Anna says Jax's job is to make Brittany's life miserable. He needs to leave her alone. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's get the gal really close to. Is it a boat? Is it a yacht or is it a ship? LOL. Cecile says exactly. Okay, let's chat. Jeff Lewis Live, Brittany Haynes from, I guess, Big Brother fame, and then she was on The Traitor. I don't know. Somebody asked how she got invited. Now, she admits today, and she's admitted multiple times that she's an OG fan of Jeff Lewis Live, like a long time. She listens every day. She knows all the stuff, whatever, which is good because I like her to know what's going on. I do feel like today she got a little awkward with the whole like, stop talking Las Vegas. I'm not on that influencer trip. No, don't talk about the restaurants in LA that I don't go to. Don't talk about the fancy private planes. I've never been on one. It just got a little awkward. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, it's hazy. Wait, Lisa says it's 4 o'clock here in Louisville, Kentucky, and hazy and expecting more rain. I know we keep having like sunny and then rain, or we have rain and then sun. Oh, was Doug on with Ryan Bailey? Doug Budem was on with Ryan Bailey. That's awesome. Anyways, Cecile says, do they show the plane? No, they just talked about it. I think some of y'all are. Christina says, is anyone watching the McBee Dynasty on Bravo? I think y'all started talking about in the Sarah from Texas Facebook group. I think I can't remember, but I guess it's about some cowboys, and it's about to be on somewhere. It's about to be on Bravo or something. Anyways, Jeff does say about his house though that he hopes to maybe move in August. I am very curious if he's going to keep that mural, that mermaid mural for Monroe, or if they've like painted over it. This is something that not the murals, but this is something Andy Cohen is also moving into a new apartment soon and closing on his old apartment tomorrow, so he won't have that other apartment anymore. But his kids aren't moving in until after Labor Day. So basically, it sounds like his kids are going to live at the beach all summer and maybe do camps there with probably a nanny or something. And then he will come in and out for work and maybe work part-time or sometimes at home in the house, his new beach house. So anyways, I say that to say they might be, they're both going to have like new places, all of a sudden, like new houses, whatever. So anyways, this is probably one of the, just think about on the 11 seasons of Flipping Out, Jeff moved a lot. So the fact that he's been in this rental, which is now his house that he owns, while he's been redoing the other house in Hancock Park that he's going to move into, it's been a while. So I think he's probably excited. Yeah, Krista says you nailed it. Monroe will have outgrown the mural by its time to move. She is 8.5 almost, right? Or pretty much 8.5. Did she tow? Christina, did she tow her car up the front porch of the girlfriend? Okay, I have no idea what y'all are talking about because clearly, oh, y'all are talking about that cowboy show? Okay, I was like, wait, what? Oh, it's way better than the Housewives, Dolly Girl says. Uh-oh. Michael says, I told Justin everyone was giving him best wishes, and he said to say hello to everyone. And wait, what? And when we chatted, amongst other things, he said if Jeff ever asked him back, he would not return. Wow. So interesting. Very interesting for sure. What? Oh, I was going to say, we know all of that. Krista says, guys, please pray for Fortune Feimster. Jax left and Ginger has cancer, which is her mom, and seeing her cry is heartbreaking. Old news, but just a reminder. Yes. I guess I saw a nicer reminder that she posted, not nicer, but more positive reminder, because she posted about one of her specials, her Netflix specials. Her most recent one is up for like an Emmy nomination. So she was like, that was a good thing. But also, I think she had said that Jax and her were separated for quite a while. They just had kept it to themselves. So hopefully they're both doing very well. I think they both wish each other the best. I don't think anything is no breakup in a marriage is great, but hopefully it's doing okay right now for sure. Okay. Like I said, Brittany Haynes was on with Crystal Minkoff, and Doug was there. So Doug was kind of the celebrity answer call taker. But it sounds just dreamy to be at Doug's Airbnb. I mean, Brittany was like, it sounded amazing. Like, we hung out, we watched TV. He made me banana pudding, he's so nice. I mean, I thought it was really cute. I kind of loved hearing, because I feel like a couple of people have stayed at Doug Airbnb, and then the next time they've come on, even his friend Alyssa has stayed in a hotel. And I'm like, wait, why are you not staying with your friend Doug anymore? Like, she was the original that would fly in to do the show, or she'd be doing something else, and she would stay with Doug before, Jeff was ever. I feel like Doug kind of maybe started this little side business of this. Like, he probably, it's maybe a tax break, because I feel like he was talking about, write-offs and stuff like that for doing this. I do feel like he kind of created a little business out of this. Louise says, I don't know what happened with Jeff and Justin, but I bet it's Jeff's fault. I mean, it was awkward, right? It was awkward for sure. I mean, I think Justin has his part in it for sure, but we don't know the whole history there. And Jeff definitely stood up for Jade Catapretta for sure. So it was definitely a whole texting debacle for sure. And maybe a little bit of attitude if the text that we heard was correct. I mean, or all of it, you know what I mean? We don't really know. Definitely the way they read it to us, it sounded like, Justin had a little bit of an attitude of like, oh, I'm hosting the show or whatever, I'm not just a chump or whatever. It was interesting. Yes, the way I see it says, I liked how Doug is a vault, and she couldn't get any gossip out of Doug. Speaks so well of his character. Yeah, and I've never asked I've met Doug so many times, but I've never asked him for any gossip or anything like that. But I have a feeling he would say things like, oh, I would never talk about that, or but I also would never ask. Like, I would never put him or the chumps in a situation to be asking insider information like that. That's just not my jam. I've been told stuff, but I don't, not by Doug, but just by other people. And, I just say, and then they'll sometimes say that's not for other people. You know what I mean? That's just between us. So I feel like he did. Nut Fam says Jeff lost John Hill in the process too. So don't forget, John Hill has a podcast, and then he also has this Tuesday John Hill live show on Radio Andy. So Justin Martindale, I think, would come on that podcast before he was even on, or maybe at the same time. I'm not really sure with Jeff Lewis Live. And I feel like Justin has definitely been on John Hill on afterwards. And then also, we just saw the news yesterday, because a lot of you chumpettes sent it to me, that John Hill was recently on Megan's podcast. So I assume John Hill definitely knows about all the drama with Megan and all that, because I think he kind of knew a lot of that stuff. I don't really know if he watched Flipping Out, but he always admits to being an OG Bravo fan. So I'm sure he knew all about the Megan thing. And the fact that he was on her podcast. Now, her podcast is about addiction and recovery, so it absolutely makes sense, because John Hill has been very open about his recovery. And but somebody listened to it, and they said there really wasn't anything, no digs necessarily, but just the fact that he's on there, probably, to me, he's drawn a line in the sand. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Wait, what? Michael Riley says John Hill on Megan, and then Megan's going to be on with Chef Stu. Watch your listings. Oh, okay, on his podcast. Melissa says, sure, Jeff is stewing, pun intended. How funny. Yes, Kimberly says, look at John Hill having boundaries. Well, I mean, crossing boundaries, maybe Jeff would say, right? Anyways, so I love the talk about the group four, Reza, Joey, Crystal, and Cynthia. Basically, those are the four people that Jeff put together. Crystal and Cynthia were obviously already friends. I would have never put Joey and Reza together, but I kind of love all four of them together. I love that they have a group text. I love that they're going to Tower Bar together. I love that they're, texting the highs and lows. It almost felt like Crystal was trying to bring up the whole thing with Reza and like the Iran situation going on. Maybe they've been extra supportive to him. She didn't really go into it, but I felt like that's where she was going. I had no idea. I just love that they're meeting up, they're still texting, and they're calling themselves the group four, whatever. Kind of liked it. So Jeff starts talking about the influencer trip because it is this weekend. I guess maybe it's Friday to Saturday. I think it's a very quick trip to Las Vegas. I think they kind of get there. I think they have the event. I think they gamble a little bit. They're each given $2,500. I think it's 8 or so people, 12 people maybe going total on the plane, the private jet. And then out of the blue, Shannon Bedore is there. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, how did Shannon Bedore get added when apparently now we know, because I don't think I'd ever heard this before, Brittany Haynes was on the initial list to go. So how she got on the list, I don't really remember or know because she's never even met Liat. Now, it kind of makes sense. This is a health drink. It's vitamins and I don't know, fruit, vegetables, whatever this is. It's like I'm trying to look up let's look up Doug since they said he's made like 8 different posts about interior. Now, I don't see any, maybe it's stories. Maybe he's doing stories that disappear. Oh, he put up his Harvard graduation thing. That's so cute. We the people, civic engagement and a constitutional democracy. Okay, so carrot, kokum, cacum, turmeric, apple, bioactive. It's a health drink. It's a juice. Well, where did his thing go? Whatever it is, interior is a health thing. So, Brittany is very healthy looking. So it's like she's a mom. I don't know how many people she has, but yeah, it's a lot, right? Kay Kitty says, I can't take any more Shannon or Dorinda. It's kind of a lot, right? Michael Riley says, I asked Doug Buden today when he was walking for Harvard. He just started laughing. I love that. I mean, and it's $9 if you count shipping, the $20 shipping. Kimberly says, interior looks just like any other fad drink out there. Pay $8 for nothing. And I don't think most of them cost $8, right? Like, trying to think, I was looking at something at Costco the other day, and I don't remember what the price per thing was. Now these come, these come fresh. They come refrigerated. They're not whatever. Who is that? Krista says interior drink is owned by Dr. Rajendra Tanjirala. I don't know who that is. That I would be curious to know that. Heather says, do you know whether Doug has maintained his friendship with Megan? Oh, Michael says he is not. It makes me sad because I think Doug and Megan probably get along really well. That makes me sad though. I don't know. What do you expect Doug to do though? I don't know. Like, who is the better friend to him? Like, friend, not business, not, whatever. I don't know. Louise says, I've never seen someone burn bridges, lose friends like Jeff. The fact that he has had so many falling outs with people that can't reflect well for show opportunities with network executives. But I would say that drama makes a person want to do flipping out 2.0. I mean, I don't know. Look at the Housewives. Look at reality TV in general. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. You did? Wait, what? Michael says, I ordered 3 variety packs of the juice code. Jeff did work. Doug helped me get it to work because it wasn't working. The issue was Liat fixed it. Of the 90 something, you ordered 300 and something dollars worth of interior juice. Well, I guess it was 20% off, but still. Wow. Good for you. Go Jeff Lewis Live fan. Um, Let us know what you think, I guess. I thought you only bought things off QVC. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Cecile says, I hate when you got to pick a friend, especially when you're in your 50s, like, do we still have to do that? Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I think people should prove to you, but it's hard when someone's had a very bad experience, someone else. Is it a little bit of that person? Is it a little bit of the other person? Is it all one person? Like, it's really hard to say. Because obviously over the years of doing this fan account, I've been in odd situations where I see it's very clear people have been awful to me for no reason, and yet people stay supportive of them. So I'm always like, whatevs. Kay Kitty says Jeff isn't the same person as flipping out anymore, so it won't be as entertaining. See, and I argue, oh, 3 variety packs was $100. What's a variety pack? I guess I saw something that was $94 for 12. Was I wrong? Did I do the math wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Katrina says, I can't watch Jeff Lewis live anymore. He's really as full of himself. Glad I can keep up with Sarah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Michael says, Doug did say that he liked the drink, but of course he's not paying for it. And he's getting a free trip. And he's in marketing. So he absolutely knows what he's doing with saying that it tastes good, right? So, B. Kent said that's probably why Shannon was invited on the trip. Her name is out there right now with Love Hotel, maybe a better promoter than Brittany. Oh, and Jeff is always going to help out as really close friends. And obviously Shannon Medore is a very close friend of his. And with, she used to have those tinctures, the lemon tinctures, and what was it called? Real for Real, the foods. And so she doesn't have any of that business anymore. So none of that stuff going on. She's got Orange County, and I have no idea how much she makes on that, but she also lives in Orange County and has 3, daughters. 2, I think the twins are both still in college. I don't know. I know. Anna says, but these new hosts that Jeff is having on are not it. All the hosts I miss are ones that he's had a falling out with. I think he's lost sight of what made Jeff Lewis Live great. I mean, he's definitely talked about how everyone was saying a year or so ago they want it every Monday. They want it back with Doug and Megan. And he's like, that's not going to happen anymore. So I don't know. No. I would never do that. Krista says, let us know if we're following someone who has hurt you. I would never want to do that. I dumped DDD because of you. No, I would never put anyone in those situations I just let everyone make a decision for themselves. And y'all don't even know the half of it. I mean, I keep a lot to myself of how people have effed me over. Because you know what? It's not going to give it any light, right? Anyways. Somebody says, what services did you get? I don't know what y'all are talking about, but it made me think I am getting fiber internet in this week. So I will keep you posted when they do install it. I hope it's done in a couple of hours, but I won't know. So if I have to not go on, I may not even be able to, well, no, I would have on my phone, I would at least have the 5G, whatever, to be able to log in. I just may not have Wi-Fi to whatever. But anyways, I am not looking forward to logging into each and everything in our house, because I think the last time we switched internet, it was 6 years ago. And I think before that, we'd probably had the same Wi-Fi for 15 years or whatever more. Remember dial-up, y'all? Oh my God, I literally remember that sound. Luna's looking at me like, what the hell? I know. Luna's never heard a dial-up because she's not that old. You know what I mean? I know. Dee says the show has become all about selling this, that, and the other. I kind of agree. And today was so much talk. And even the video that he did about interior, he's got the Wise Beauty iPads on with the stickers still on them that say Wise Beauty. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes. Ooh, you're getting highlights, Hannah Grace. Ooh, I love that. Love that. I kind of am ready to treat myself to getting my hair professionally done again. I love my friend Julie that does my hair. She does one of my daughters also, but she is a solid hour from my house now. So it's a long day. Oh my gosh, my parents were. Cecile says, I'm the first person I know that had a computer. Haha. My parents had a computer very early on in the 90s. And we had, what's that stuff they would send you in the mail? And then I had a way that I was like 14, 12, and I could have uh, like a chat person, like a pen pal, but a digital pen pal. It was kind of like an email thing or something like that. It was kind of interesting. We don't know. We talked about that yesterday and we've talked about it before. Christina said, did Leah get pushed to the curb? I mean, when I posted her recent video, she said something kind of out of the blue, like, I don't have as many friends as I used to have, or my friend list is much smaller now. I thought that was so weird that she would say that when she was talking about her skincare and promoting it. So I just feel like she probably knows a pretty large percentage of her audience is Jeff Lewis Live fans. And then obviously she hasn't been on Miami in a long time, but she definitely has to know that when she would come on Jeff Lewis, she would definitely sell her Leah Black skincare. So she definitely hasn't been on the last couple of times that Jeff's been to Dallas. He's definitely talking about the, Wise Beauty stuff a lot. And even though you can promote different skincares, thank you, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Um, Thank you, Robin. You were hitting the like button like a professional. Over 15,000 likes over on TikTok. Thank you so much. That just lets TikTok know to like bring an audience to us because they know that people are liking it. So I really appreciate it. And I always appreciate y'all hitting the thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Sharon's in South Africa. Hey, South Africa. 74th to like and share all the way from South Africa. Hey. Wow, that is early. Smash says, I had a computer software store, wow, for 3 years from 86 to 89, but then the internet hit and no one wanted to buy retail. Oh, the internet was that early? Oh my gosh. I only remember the internet from maybe the internet, like when I was in college, which was 91 to 95. And I thought I was pretty new to the internet. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't. I know I got a Yahoo email address back then. um, what about Shipley Donuts? We had them just the other day. Christina says, I wanted to ask about Shipley Donuts. Like, wait, what? I love Shipley Donuts. Grew up on Shipley Donuts. Oh, Krista says the internet was very present before it hit homes and schools. Um, I guess I think those big supercomputers at people's work, anyways. Okay. I'm kind of shocked that this is going to be Doug's first private plane experience. Like, I don't know when else he would have been on a private plane, but I just feel like he would have been on one before this, but I guess not. The second hour, they all three stayed back on. It was Brittany Haynes again, Doug was on, and then Crystal was on again. They started talking about restaurants. They were talking about restaurants in the first hour, like they'd been to South Beverly Grill last night. I guess it's kind of a casual place. Like I've been to several of the places that Jeff has talked about and been to. And they were all really good atmosphere, very fresh food, a fair price. I can't think of the Italian restaurant he used to always talk about, but it's got a beautiful outdoor space, indoor space. Chiconi's, I feel like it was called, but I might be wrong. In LA. Anyways, I've been there. I've been to the place that he and Stu had their first date. Can't think of the name of it now, but it's like all lights outside, twinkle lights. It's really pretty. That food was really good. Where else have I been? Anyways, but I have never been to South Beverly Grill. I don't even know, never even saw it, I don't think. But Brittany, they start talking about it again, and Brittany was very adamant. I thought it was a little awkward. Let me know what you think. She was like, oh, yeah, let's start talking about the influencer trip that I'm not on again. No, let's bring up Scott and Gage. Let's talk about Scott and Gage getting engaged. And Jeff was like, well, I already talked about that. I didn't really. And she was like, oh, well, then Jeff brings up that Gage is a very good father and he does love Monroe, but he feels like he makes decisions that are more for himself than for his daughter. And Jeff's like, once I became a dad, I had to really start thinking about her. Crystal says the same, like, oh, everything I do is for my kids. I drive 100 miles a day, getting them where they need to be. It's all about my kids, all about that. But Jeff lets us know that Gage, the weeks that he has her, she's going to go to the summer school camp in like 4 miles or minutes, whatever he said, from Gage's house, instead of the one that's at her normal school where all of her friends are going and she knows people and she feels comfortable. So I think a caller called in. Shout out caller Diane. And Jeff said he loved her voice. And she was like, look, I just worry that when Monroe hears all of this, when she grows up, she's going to hear the things that you say. Jeff said something I don't think I've ever heard him say. He said, I hope when Monroe hears this, whether it's the internet, whether it's a clip, whether it's my radio show, that she'll ask me to sit down with her and talk to her about it. And I can kind of explain everything, because he says, look, most everything I talk about, I have made mistakes, but most everything I talk about is things are facts, things that have happened in court, things that I can verify, things that whatever. I'm not really giving his opinions much. He's giving more facts. Oh, Dolly Girl says, I didn't think it was weird, but I'm super biased. I love Brittany Dance Big Brother days. That's her personality. Her confessionals on Big Brother were amazing. See, and I don't know her from Big Brother. So I agree. If I know Brittany Haynes, which is, did you not listen today, Krista? Do you listen to Jeff Lewis Live? Maybe she doesn't. She's like, Britney Spears. I'm like, no, what about Brittany Haynes? Brittany Haynes from Big Brother and Traitors fame. And I guess she's probably been on Jeff Lewis Live 5 or 6, 7 times now, between Dallas, because she lives in Oklahoma. So sometimes she'll just drive in from Oklahoma. And then sometimes I think she's been doing work out in LA. I don't know if that's what it was today, but she was definitely flew out to LA for this one. Oh, she always said, bye, bitches. Oh, okay. See, I don't know who she is. Oh, Krista was responding to Michael Riley. Sorry. See, I pop over for the conversation that I get all mixed up. Louise says, I did like Brittany on Big Brother too. I think she's a very likable person. I do think she's likable. I just think it was awkward that, everyone around her is going on that trip and she's not. So, but also it's Jeff Lewis's show. Now I think it was funny, but I think the way she kept saying it was a little awkward, a little ballsy, if you will. Ballsy. Smalene says, I think Brittany was trying to be sassy to Jeff because he said he likes that. Yeah, but he didn't really laugh. He just kind of ignored it. Even at one point, she said something and he completely ignored her. You know what I mean? Anyways, it was interesting. Crystal talked about something that her 12-year-old son, Max, did. I guess he's asking all the time or often for these $20 some game that he's playing where he gets skins, like virtual clothes, hats, shoes, what have you. And she told him no. And then she must have her, she is cheap. She is definitely keeping a thing on her. She has an alert on her credit card that if I guess anything is spent, it alerts her. So $20 was spent on her Amazon and she got an alert coming up. And so she called her husband and said, did you just buy an Amazon gift card? And he's like, no. And she's like, oh my God, Max did. So she had this conversation, was like, look, tell me the truth. Of course, he started lying at first. He is a 12-year-old. Finally, she said, look, tell me the truth and I won't punish you. But if you don't tell me the truth, it's going to be bad. So he eventually tells her the truth. But I'm like, all I got from that was, damn, every time you spend $20, you've got an alarm coming up on your, like, she is very cheap, very, very connected to her money. Oh, is he? Oh gosh. Lisa says, I need to come find Todd Chrisley down yonder in Tennessee. You can help me stalk him, laughing my LMFAO. Who's Janelle from Sister Wives? I don't know what you're about. Yeah. Are y'all chatting over on TikTok or do y'all just like it? Oh my gosh. Almost 20,000 likes. Thank you so much. There's 32 of y'all on there. Get chatting in comments. We love to hear what y'all have to say. Or join us over on YouTube. Either way. By the way, don't forget, if you didn't watch the whole thing, it doesn't replay on TikTok. TikTok lives don't replay. So if you want, you can pop over to my YouTube channel, Sarah from Texas Podcast, or listen anywhere as a podcast at Sarah from Texas. Okay, then they start. So this is something Brittany started talking about. Basically, he was like, if Monroe were to do that at 12 years old, I think I would have to punish her. Like, I think I'm just a punisher. And this is funny. Brittany was like, you're the original Punisher. You're the one that knows exactly what to do. Then she starts bringing up all this stuff like, I'm flipping out. I haven't rewatched that in almost 3 years now. I say rewatched. I really only watched, I think, seasons maybe 10 and 11 at the very end of Flipping Out. I don't think I watched seasons 1 through 9 or so, because at the time I was busy raising 5 kids. So I was definitely not able to watch that, but rewatched it in May of 2022. So Janelle from Big Brother, the blonde. I love her. Dolly Girl says Janelle is a realtor now. I saw her on House Hunter. You did? I love House Hunters. Oh my gosh. Loved that. See, that's when I watched Big Brother, when she was on. Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Carrie. Remind everybody to hit the press the thumbs up button, the like button. Thank you on YouTube. Anyways, but Jeff was like, yeah, I couldn't do any of that now. Like, I used to make people write sentences. I used to take people's phones from them. I mean, he would be canceled in 2 seconds. Like, I'm probably one of the people that don't think he's changed much from Flipping Out original. I think he's very similar for sure. Margaret says, my friend gave her son permission to use her credit card to buy one game on Amazon. Several days later, she realized he had spent $700. If you're going to shop, let the kids at least monitor the kids. My friend had her son do that also. And it was on, not Roblox. What's the game? Gosh, it's one of those where you can buy a bunch. He was younger. He was like 12 at the time, but yeah, I think they got it removed because they could prove they'd never done that before. So they were like, look, my kid did this, but you can't say that all the time because they're going to be like, well, your kid had the credit card. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. Did y'all hear this? So Brittany's like kind of poo-pooing the interior influencer trip because she was on the short list originally. Now she's off. Apparently Sheena Medora maybe took her position, whatever. She's talking about like, oh, that's okay. As long as I'm with Wise Beauty, it's okay. You know, I'm in that family, whatever. Then she said something about, oh, that's okay. I've been drinking liquid IV for years and I love it. And I'm like shots fired. Like, you don't want to mention another brand when Jeff is talking about this influencer trip and it's coming up this weekend. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Hey, Charlie Charles says, leave your thumbprint before the end of this vlog. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. I just saw this, how do you pronounce it, on a House Hunters recently. Cecile says, I'm sitting at, I'm saying this wrong, Visalia, California. Oh no, and somebody's using my gas card in Rancho Cucamonga. Uh-oh. Better put a pause on that gas card, right? God, see, I guess I would get a text saying, has this person, did you approve this? You know what I mean? Uh-oh, Michael Riley says Brittany will be gone soon. I don't know. Oh, I used to watch Amazing Race too. See, I mean, what did I do? Sorry, I pushed on something to get it out. Darla got a new puppy. Aw, post it in the Facebook group so we can see your puppy. Oh my gosh. What else? Cook and Kibitz this Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern on Doug Buden's Instagram Live. Crystal and Rob will be stopping by. Jeff says he's going to stop by, but he's said that like 3 times lately and not done it. He'll be like, oh, you know, the traffic was bad. We lost track of time. So people tend to tune in or say, oh, Jeff's going to be on, I'm going to watch. And then they get mad whenever he doesn't come on. So just be aware. He may not come on. TikTok makes me put this puzzle piece over if I go over 50 minutes or so. Anyways, well, that's all I have. Let me know. Are you going to watch The Valley? Are you going to watch Next? What do y'all want to chat tomorrow? The Valley or Next Gen New York City? Oh, she's a Queensland healer, 8 weeks old. Oh, that is a puppy. Krista says Doug needs Pepper and Quinn on every cooking kibitz. Yeah. The Valley. Wait, what did Mama Judy? Visalia. Oh, thank you. Mama Judy told me it's pronounced Visalia. Looking forward to seeing Crystal's kitchen. Oh, I think they're coming by Doug's house. I don't think we're going to see it at Crystal's house. I feel like he would have said it was on location if it was. And also, I don't think Jeff's going out to Crystal's house, although I'm not really sure where she lives. Is it at Doug's or is it at Crystal and Rob's house? I don't really know. Now I'm getting kind of confused. He hasn't. You're right. Heather says, I haven't heard Jeff talk about his hair transplant lately. Remember, I think he went and did that PCP thing again. I think he did the little where they prick you with something. I don't feel like he's going to do the hair transplant anymore. Remember, that was the whole delay of supposedly them not filming Flipping Out 2.0. They were going to delay it from January to April. That's why Michael Riley had to go. What's his name? Not Michael Riley. Whatever his name is. Michael shit. No, had to go and get another job because that one wasn't starting. But now it's at Crystal's, everyone says. Okay, very cool. Said that it is going to be, I'm confused. So it is at Crystal's house. They are going to Doug's. Okay, I think it's at Doug's. That's the way I heard it. Oh, Chris, this is Michael Riley. I expect you to pop up at Cooking Kibitz anytime. Michael Beck. Thank you, Charlie Charles. Literally, I'm like, Michael Riley? I'm like, Michael Beck. Anyways. Okay, well, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining. Shout out TikTok. Thank you so much, Robin, and everyone else who hit the like button. Almost 22,000 likes. I very much appreciate it. Make sure you follow me and make sure you're subscribed to me and hitting the thumbs up button on YouTube. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, Chumpettes.